Hello and welcome. I would like to purchase your vacant bank branch in South Zanesville, Ohio. I called and talked to Bobby, the broker on this one, and she told me all about it. She answered multiple questions, and I've been studying this property ever since. I've been looking at the traffic. I've been looking at the traffic coming and going from Walmart in the back. I've been looking at the Arby's down the street, the McDonald's that's up the street, the Wendy's that's up the street, different brands that are up and down this area. I've also been studying the shops that are missing in this area. All the main shops that are in this area are also replicated in North Zanesville, but a lot of the shops that are in North Zanesville are not replicated into South Zanesville where this property is. I talked to a lot of those brands about other shops and other deals in other areas. I would like to talk to them about this property being here and available in South Zanesville. I think they should replicate their other shops from North Zanesville to South Zanesville. Along with this video, please take a look at the offer I'm sending and the proof of funds that I'm sending to be able to pay for this property. This video is a little bit more about me. My name's Luke Smith. I love studying data. I'm a data guy. I love to make data dance. And to me, high traffic retail properties are where some of the best data is, the best competitive advantages in today's markets are. I started with really basic properties, $500 desert squares, vacant land in the middle of nowhere. No road, no access, no utilities kinds of land. I bought some of that land because that's what I could afford. I started marketing those properties. I found users for those properties. I found end users for them. I found people that love those properties. They bought more of them from me. They came back and they bought, sometimes they'd buy two or three, or they'd buy a half dozen of them from me. That made me happy. I found more properties for those people. I went out, I got $700 properties and $1,000 properties and $5,000 properties. As I went to a little bit higher properties, and I've worked my way up along the way. Somewhere around the couple $100,000 mark of buying properties, I started getting properties that were high traffic retail properties. Properties that were more than you go camp here, or you put a house here, or you put a manufactured home here. Like these are nicer properties. These are properties where you could put a bank branch on the property, a property you could put a gas station on, a property you could put a fast food restaurant on. High traffic retail properties with lots of people going by out front that you could sell your wares to, and zoning that allows you to do it. I started getting into some of those properties, and I knew that they were worth more than just putting a house on them or putting a manufactured home on them. I knew they were, but nobody wanted to buy those properties from me. They were vacant, they weren't paying rent, and people scratch their head and they don't know what to do with them. I knew they were worth more. So I started studying the data. I started studying the shops that were next door. I started studying where people were coming and where they're going and who should be using those shops. I started figuring out that if there's a half dozen shops there that people are shopping at with all the same kinds of education and demographics and statistics behind these people, they should be shopping at this seventh shop and this eighth shop and these other five shops that are missing here too. It's about finding who operates those shops and telling them about this location and bringing them over, grabbing them by the ear, dragging them over to this property and showing it to them, and then offering them the finance to build a shop for them, that those properties start clicking and they start singing and people start showing up and they start buying them and they start flying off the shelves. So I've done that on numerous different vacant land properties across the country. And some of them out in front of Walmart, like your property is here, this vacant bank branch with the vacant land next to it, in front of Walmart, to me is a beautiful thing. That traffic that's coming and going to Walmart and also going by out front of this Walmart is a commodity. I can study other Walmarts and other markets as well as this Walmart and this market and see who's missing. When it's this kind of education and this kind of income in the area and these amounts of people, what other restaurants and or shops can use this traffic, pay rent, do business, and make a good go of it and be happy and want to come back for more, because I want to do more than just this property with those tenants. I got to make sure it's a really good deal for them so they come back and get the next one, right? I love studying that data and presenting those properties like this to those people. And so a friend of mine pointed this property out to me and said, Luke, take a look at this one. It's out in front of Walmart. It's got Arby's down the street. It's got Wendy's up the street. It's got McDonald's up the street. It's got a couple other names, Burger King over here. It's got these names. I started studying their levels of business. Who's coming, who's going, who's coming back again and again to these different shops. We can track them in today's technology, right? And so I've been tracking them, I've been watching them, and I've been seeing where they're coming and going. I've been studying who else belongs in this shop. Some of those tenants would like to use the whole 2.3 acres that you have here. Others would like to use half or the other half or a third of it or something, and I could put a couple of them together and make a nice go of it here with this property. I understand you've got the new ATM set up in the front of this building, and I'll leave space for that. We can put drive-throughs or shops behind that and use the rest of the property, leaving the ATM in the front. These tenants that I like to work with are not financial institutions. You can leave the financial restrictions on the property. That's fine by me. It looks like there's alcohol restrictions on the vacant land next door. Bobby, the broker, was telling me about that. Most, if not all, the tenants that I work with don't serve alcohol. That should be fine there too. If it's one of the two or the ones that I'm thinking that could use it, maybe I'll go research if it's possible to remove the alcohol restrictions on there. But it's not contingent upon that. So please take a look at my offer, take a look at this video, take a look at the proof of funds that I sent over, and let me know. I would like some time as part of this offer to work on those tenants, to work with those tenants that I love to work with, and tell them about this property and offer to finance them to come build a shop for them here, make it work for them, and take it from there. If you're open to that, please let me know. My contact information is included with this video and the other information I sent. I'd love to hear back from you. If you're not the sellers on this property and you're watching this video in some other way, and you like doing these kinds of deals and you're interested in what I'm talking about, that sounds good to me. I have a little community that's free on the internet you can sign up to. I've got a link to that in the description below. I love answering questions and telling stories and sharing information about deals because we end up working on other deals out into the future. You have that same interest as me. So I keep that door open. I'd love to see you there. Follow the links. I do a lot of free calls, live calls, and answer questions and teach. I love teaching about these kinds of deals too. The deeper you dive into it, the more I think you can learn. Otherwise, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith. See you in the next one. Bye.